While I always appreciate good sounding speakers, I'm definitely no expert on audio. That said, I can give you a pretty good taste of what it is like to slowly build your own perfect editing corner. I will tell you why I picked this particular setup, how I put it all together, and whether I'm happy with it, and if I will recommend it to you, or how I just made a huge cock-up instead. You see, I already own multiple audio systems and they all serve different purposes. For example, for my Audio-Technica turntable, I use Klipsch speakers with a subwoofer. For my gaming setup, I've been using these entry-level Logitech speakers for years now and they've been more than excellent. And if things get too serious, I just switched to my Logitech G Pro X2 headset. For my TV setup, I run a Sonos Arc with the Sonos Sub 4. But when it comes to my work and editing setup, I've actually never had a proper speakers. And I've been running this channel for 5 years now. Usually I edit using wired Sony reference headphones, or I just pop in my AirPods Pro. For longer sessions, I switch to AirPods Max. Again, I'm no audio expert and I'm not editing movies for Dolby Atmos level sound quality. Most people watch YouTube on their phones or building TV speakers. Anyway, still, it's important to me that the audio in my videos sounds as good as it possibly can. Why these speakers? I've been eyeing these Yamaha speakers for some time, and when my wife asked me what I want for Christmas, I said, that. So I got them, about which I'm very grateful, together with this audio interface which I also picked after some research, though it might be an overkill for my use. For those who know more about audio than me, feel free to let me know down below in the comment section. So, this is it. Both speakers are set on those foam stands. I've seen others do it for isolation against vibrations, so I thought I might go for it as well. In terms of connectivity, I wanted to make it a plug-and-play solution. Nothing fancy, I'm no professional musician. I wanted to make sure that in the end everything connects to any laptop I might use at any given moment, whether it's a Mac, iPad, Windows-based PC, on Intel or AMD. This is important because Intel has Thunderbolt while AMD only uses USB certification. With just a single cable, I did not want to rely on 3.5mm audio jack because we are living at a time where not all laptops have it. Or for example, iPad does not have it, which I do use often with external monitor. So one USB-C cable it is. The brain behind this audio setup is therefore a rather obvious choice of Focusrite Scarlett 2i2, more specifically 4th generation. Why did I choose it? First, it's nice and compact, and second, I like the way it looks. No, but seriously, the USB audio interface delivers exactly what I wanted from this setup. As name suggests, it's a 2-in and 2-out USB audio interface. It has a very clear Focusrite preamps with loads of gain, great for dynamic mics too, perfect for my voiceovers recording or talking heads such as this one you are watching right now. The interface is widely supported by both Mac and Windows. And last but not least, as I was doing my research about audio interfaces and speakers, this particular interface was recommended with the speakers I had already in my scope. So let's talk about speakers now, shall we? These are the Yamaha HS5 compact studio monitors that are often recommended for beginners like myself. They're easy to set up, simple to use, and offer really solid value for money. They come in both black and white, and as you can probably tell, I went with the white version. I was hoping they wouldn't make my setup feel too heavy or visually busy. And I think they blend in pretty nicely. The 5 in HS5 refers to the size of the driver. In this case, a 5-inch woofer. They also offer larger options depending on your space and needs. But for me, the 5 inches felt like the sweet spot. After taking some measurements, I figured they would fit perfectly on the shelf I have right under my monitors. There are also bigger siblings like the HS7s and HS8. You get the idea. Audio interface and speakers are connected via two 6.35mm cables, and audio interface is then connected to this Thunderbolt 5 dock by Lenovo via XLR to USB-C cable. I did a short video on it and you can check it out here. I got these cables off Amazon and I will link them together with the speakers and audio interface in the description below so you can check them out for yourself. One thing I hate are visible cables, and with my setup getting bigger and more complicated every year, it's tricky to hide all those nasty cables. Let me know what you think of this setup. How do you think I could improve it, or how could I make it more efficient by removing or streamlining something? Ease of use. Even I can use it with an ease. All I need to do is connect laptop of my choice via this USB-C cable immediately for the sound output, my new USB audio interface, and out of pair the Yamaha HS5s, as well as two Dell ultra-sharp 4K 32-inch monitors, and all my peripherals such as MX Master 4 and keyboard I currently use are connected via the dongle in this Lenovo ThinkPad Thunderbolt 5 hub. For mic input I use either this Elgato Wavelink, which I had for ages, or my new shiny Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. And somehow all this works. I do move about a lot and I do sometimes have to go to the office, so I always dock and undock my laptop, sometimes even several times a day. I'm really pleased with this setup and even a bit surprised it all works, considering I've done the installation myself. What's also cool about this setup is that I can use it at my daily job for Teams calls. All I need to do is plug in some headset in this preamp and use my Rode mic. Overall, I'm very happy how this new setup turned out. The speakers are excellent. Sound is crystal clear, ideal for editing, but obviously not your #1 choice for just casual listening to music. For that, you would need something with a pretty aggressive HQ and heavy bass, such as Apple HomePod. In the end of the day, the setup is never finished. I always like to search for new ways of how to improve it, make it more efficient, while keeping everything as minimal as possible. That said, this setup is now getting a bit too busy, so I might need to rethink some of the bits. Let me know your suggestions down below in the comment section. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.